I'm Biagini with Campus Reform, and today I'm at Florida State University. The Democratic Socialists of America have recently proposed new reforms, including overhauling the executive branch and the Supreme Court, as well as ending mass deportations entirely. So today we'll be asking students, what do they think about these so-called reforms? Let's find out. Would you generally support Democratic Socialist candidates, or would you not?
I would generally be opposed to the majority of their ideals that I know of so far. But I'd be open-minded to hear about it.
I mean, I do lean left, so I do agree with most of their policies. So, yeah, I'd say I agree.
I would kind of more lean to supporting it just because I feel like with more government control, maybe things would be more steady and better.
The DSA, that's the abbreviation of Democratic Socialists of America, recently adopted a platform calling for major constitutional changes. So some of these include abolishing the U.S. Senate and replacing the presidency and Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen by and subordinate to Congress. How do you feel about that proposal?
I feel like that's a major change I'm not sure a lot of people are ready for.
From how I see it, I'm probably going to say that little bit sus.
I don't think it's too great to give one group so much power. I kind of like how we have it all separated, so there is some checks and balances. But yeah, I don't think I'd like that.
That is a radical change. I don't know how I feel about that because, I mean, the Congress and the Senate are both very important. Congress representation of the people and the Senate's representation of the states, so you kind of need them both.
One of the central ideas behind the U.S. Constitution is a separation of powers, right? That's what we know as checks. That's what we know as checks and balances, where each branch of government can check the other. So if Congress chose both the executive and the judicial branches, do you think that would strengthen or weaken those checks and balances?
I think it'd weaken them, considering that they take up both branches.
Weaker? Wouldn't that make it unequal slightly? Yeah.
I also agree because they might have different opinions and they might not overlap with each other.
It'd probably weaken if they're all under one group.
Another proposal supported by the DSA platform includes broad immigration amnesty and ending mass deportations in many cases. What are your thoughts on that approach to immigration policy?
Definitely not a bad thing. More immigrants means more people in America, more money being made. But at the same time, if it's illegally, then maybe deportation isn't awful, but it really depends. It depends on the situation.
Obviously, there should be laws to make sure that people don't come here illegally, but people really don't understand it. It's really not that big of a deal.
I don't think that would be good. Just taking away all immigrants, I don't know, I don't think that would be fair.
Unfortunately, a lot of criminals have come across the border too because it was left wide open. Do you think that there are any instances where a deportation might be necessary, or do you think that it shouldn't be used at all?
I think it definitely is necessary sometimes, but I think it's just kind of a complex idea.
I kind of like deportations. I'm an immigrant myself.
Oh, from where?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow, awesome.
I was born there, then I came here a couple years ago. Right, so all legal, of course. I feel like illegals get it too easy in deportation because deportation is not just any illegals. It's illegals that have committed crimes of some sort.
If they come over here trying to choose violence, you probably should deport them.
The platform also calls for defunding the Department of War as part of a broader U.S. defense strategy restructuring. How do you feel about that policy?
There should be a moderate of funding, but not that much.
I'm not necessarily against it. But
So what military capability do you think the United States should maintain?
that's a good question. It really depends on the situation, depending where we see other countries going.
War is war. You kind of got to do whatever you got to do.
I feel like if we don't have a Department of War, we can easily get overrun by neighboring countries.